Okay, so this video is about percentages. We had started the video on percentages. This is percentages with the fraction kit. So if you have the Montessori material, that's this one, right? You can actually, you have a very nice basically cutout of from 0 all the way going up to 100%. So full is 100%, so, and it fits neatly inside it. So this is 100%. So I'll do one by one. So if I take half, I have to place it so it correctly aligns with 0 and goes clockwise. So if I align this piece, I can see that if I put it at 0, that half is 50%. So this can be used for children to remember all the percentages. Also it can later be used for decimal, but right now we can use it for percentages, saying half is 50%. So next is the 1/3 piece, and the 1/3 piece, if you put it at 0, you will get 33 and a little more. So if the children know decimal, then you can do it's 33.3. If the children don't know decimal, then you can just use either you can just use 33, and it's very easy to remember because 1/3 gives 3. So the same 3's will come there. So that's another easy way to remember it, that 1/3 is 33%. And if children know decimals, then you can even say it's 33.3, and you can say 33333 for those children who actually understand that. You can say 3 keeps going. So it's interesting, 1/3 has all 3's. So 1/4 is of course 25%, which is half of 50%. Next we can put 1/5, and 1/5 is 20%. So there's a nice pattern because of the tens. When you divide by 2 you will get 5, when you divide by 5 you will get 2. So 1/2 is 50% and 1/5 is 20%. So here 2 is there, that will be 5. Here is 5 is there, that's 2. So that's also an easy one to remember. Next piece, 1/6. So this is 1/6, and when you place it you can see it's between 16 and 17. So again, depending on the age of the children, you can either say it's 16% and say, it's the same 6. But you have 16, the same 6 comes there. It's like the 6's are repeated. And if children know more, then you can say 16.66666 or 16.6. So 1/7. Again, this has a very nice pattern, and maybe we will do 1/7s as a separate video. But for now, let's say it is around 14%, which is what you can see here. So 1/8, again, if it's around 12%, it's between 12 and 13. So again, if children know decimal, then you can say it's 12.5%. Otherwise, you can say it is just 12%. Okay. So next we place 1/9, and we see that it is 11. Again, if children know with the decimals, you can say it's 1.11111. It's basically this divided by 3. So 3 gets divided by another 3, it becomes 111. So 1.1, 11% or 11.1%. And 1/10, of course, when you divide 100 by 10, you are going to get 10%. So here you are looking at, if you divide the entire circle into 100 pieces, how many of those pieces will be there when you take one of these fractions. And they are fairly easy to remember. So if you look at the patterns, the 1/2's give the 50, 1/5's gives the 20. 1/3 will give 33, the same number will come. 1/9, you divide this by 3, you will get 11. So 1/9 is 11 related. This is 33. 1/6 is half of this, which gives you another 16. So you have to remember the 16, but it's 16.666. Yeah. 1/4 we know is 1/4. So that's 25%. This you can remember. 50 is here, 25 is here, 75 is here, like that. You can remember some of these basic things. 1 by 5 is 20%. 5 and 2 we already talked about, right? And 1/4 is half of half. So half was 50%, 1/4 is 25%. So just to remember, 7's double is 14. And as I said, we will do this 1 by 7 in little more detail in a separate video. 1 by 8 is 12.5, 1 by 9 is 11, and 1 by 10 is 10. So this gives all the fractions as percentages, and later when you are doing decimal, you can just use all these fractions and put a decimal point before two numbers. So 1 by 2 is 0.5, 1 by 3 is 0.33, 1 by 4 is 0.25, 1 by 5 is 0.2, 1 by 6 is 0.16, 1 by 7 is 0.14 and more, which we will talk about later. 1 by 8 is 0.125, 1 by 9 is 0.11, and 1 by 10 is 0.1. So this is something children can do, practice and remember. That will be very useful to be able to deal with fractions without needing to deal with fractions, because you can convert it to percentages or decimals and work with those much more easily.